Living in Southeast Asia is like Section 8. Those who live here, those who travel here, spend some extended time here, y'all know what I'm talking about. You already know what I'm talking about. Am I wrong? Am I right? I'm Sean, Queen of DC, full-time solo traveler, sharing travel tips and helping women design their lives abroad, guiding them to plan and prepare for a smooth transition. If that's your vibe, subscribe. I was talking to my best friend the other day and I told him, I said, man, Southeast Asia will get you caught up. The cost of living is so low. Once you experience it, it's hard to imagine going anywhere else. Why give up this life when you can have so much for so little? It's comfortable, it's convenient, and yes, it can suck you in. I like my landlord. I'm not dealing with a slumlord. I like my area. I can manage my life. I'm living at ease in a nice, comfortable environment. Why would I want to leave? I understand that mentality. If you're doing well, able to manage your life, receive more for less, I'll be here a while. So it's like a trap. Housing is your biggest expense traveling, no matter where you are. That's the bulk of your budget. And in Southeast Asia, compared to the United States, compared to some other Western countries, Europe, depending on where, baby, it's reasonable. And it's modern accommodations. You can be on the beach. You can have everything you want and even more here for less. These are furnished apartments, furnished modern apartments. Now you may have to work out that bed situation because not all beds are equal in Southeast Asia. So you may have to buy a mattress if you're there long term or a topper or figure it out. But overall, furnished apartments, $400, $500, $600, whatever your budget may allow, modern, nice environment. This is nice. This is nice because now I think local. I think local dollars. A client had an apartment. We were laughing, and she was like, "It's not an iron in here." And I was like, What apartment in the States do you know come with iron?" And we were laughing because now her mentality is changing because of the things that we're used to getting here in Southeast Asia. A gym, a pool, playgrounds. We get all that. That's all inclusive. Man, you cannot beat it. That's one of the lures. Why do you think so many people come to Southeast Asia? They stay and they love it and they come back. I don't care. Even if you have money, you're looking for a deal. Let me tell you, even if you have money, you're looking for a deal. But if you're limited and you don't have income coming in, but you got money, then it's a great place to manage your money, to still live that soft life. Everybody want to live the soft life, living lifestyle. That's why so many people in Southeast Asia. I'm not saying they don't love Southeast Asia, but they be real about it. Be real about it. Your dollar can go way farther in Southeast Asia than it can in Europe or the United States or any place else for that matter. I'm looking at the prices of different places. It still doesn't compete with Southeast Asia. And housekeeping is included in these deals. I'm like, this is nice because I require housekeeping. I haven't cleaned the house in over 20 some years. I didn't own a broom or a mop in DC. I wiped up, of course, but I had my house cleaning lady come and she liked family. And so I never cleaned up. I was like, I don't own a broom, I don't own a mop. Come over here. I'm like, yes, okay, that's what I'm talking about. They living like I'm living. This is nice. So that's a great perk to have. And I've had this experience in Vietnam, Malaysia, Bali, Thailand. Those are the places I've stayed the longest. Listening to other friends around Southeast Asia, they have the same experience wherever they are. It's just that Southeast Asian life, baby. And it's a good one. If you're thinking about moving abroad, Check out my How to Move Abroad guide. It's a step-by-step roadmap to help you move abroad the right way. The guide includes checklists to help you stay organized, planning strategies, price compare, the things that you need to put in place, the tools and resources for just preparing a smooth transition. I even include my Vietnam and Malaysian budgets so that you can compare prices between the two. The link is in the description box below, and you can find this information at queenofdc.com. If you eat local, it's least expensive. I can get a nice meal in Vietnam, a nice local meal for $5. Okay? $10, I'm pushing it. That's pushing it. I'm adding extras on. When I first got here, this young lady, she was looking for employment, and I told her about Cambly, teaching online. As an American, all you need to do is be able to speak English. Apply, see if they accept you, and then you can start working immediately. And she got accepted. I said, because I can go in there in a week, I can make $100. And she said, $100? Do you know what $100 in Vietnam would buy me? This is when I first came to Vietnam. She was like, $100? I can eat for a month off $100 in Vietnam. And she wasn't lying. She was not lying. For me, I think I spent about, $50 for 2 weeks? That's $100 a month. You're able to explore. You can try fancy restaurants, try fancy dishes, and it's not gonna break the bank. So that's a fun part also about living here. The experimentation, it allows you to do more and experience more in this world because your finances are manageable. You're not worried about overspending. You're not worried about going broke. You manage it. It allows you to be able to do things that you may not have been able to do because of the prices. Then the low cost of transportation, whether it's an Uber, Grab, Bolt, you don't have to break the bank to go to the other side of town. It's so reasonable. You're not putting a lot of money in your gas tank because you're not driving. And if you do, it's a motorbike. You just spend less. You can't beat it. This is how we got on the subject that Southeast Asia is like Section 8. My friend flew to St. Louis and had to take Uber. I said, how much was your Uber? He said, $35. $35 for less than a mile? He was like, I know they tripping. I'm like, oh man, that is crazy. $35? Man, I'll be going to a whole new city to pay, not within the city, if I had to pay $35. Crazy. In DC, my taxi to the airport, no more than 4 miles, because I used to run to the airport. You know, I was a runner, so I would run to the airport. That was a route. It cost me $25, and that was tip included. And back then, that was high. That was expensive. I'm glad those days are over. Southeast Asia gives you the freedom to move and experience life fully without a huge financial burden. If you've ever visited Southeast Asia, and more people are learning about different places in Southeast Asia, particularly Vietnam. Vietnam is hot now, but there are other places around. If you've ever traveled there, and they're hearing and they're seeing people talk about this region of the world. If you've ever been here, someone mentioned Southeast Asia, you automatically think quality of life and lifestyle perks. If you know, you know. We're talking about affordable health care, wellness options, entertainment. These are all affordable. They are not going to break the bank. I have a whole medical tourism playlist that you can check out. I'll link it above. Food, organic, quality from the earth, healthy lifestyle. These are the things you think of when you think of Southeast Asia. You think of peace, you think of ease. Your daily life can feel luxurious. The gym, it's not gonna break the bank. The cafes, just walking with nature, just the ease of the people. Nobody's bothering you. You're not bombarded with constant negativity. The racism, you know, you may experience some racism, but it's not boom, boom, boom in your face all day long, dealing with Karens, hooping and hollering and all that negative attitude. Well, not in my world. Not in my world. The massages. Oh my goodness. Thailand has the best massages. I'm going on the record. They have the best massages. $8, $12, hour, 90 minutes. You can get your life together. That's part of your healthcare. And you talk about feeling luxurious and a peace of mind afterwards. Baby, whether you get your manicure, your pedicure done for $20, my haircut and color is $10. Jeez, what? And it looks good. What? These are things that you make life pleasant, make life affordable, just in general. Because these are the things we do in our daily lives and we have in our lives to make us feel good. Southeast Asia is a financial lifestyle upgrade in one. There is a word of caution that I will share with you with this lifestyle in this region of the world. And you have to be very mindful because it creeps up on you. Why, I mentioned earlier, would you ever want to leave? Life is great. My housing is wonderful. The food is good. Soft life. Why would I ever want to go anywhere else? It can make you complacent and a little bit cheap. I'm laughing at myself at the change of mindset, but I'm serious. One thing you have to be mindful of is not to get caught up in how inexpensive everything is. When you start comparing Vietnam to the rest of the world, or even other parts of Southeast Asia, it's never going to be equal. Vietnam is the most affordable country in the world. And in your mind, you're thinking local. And you're like, wait a minute, that costs how much? Oh no. I'm catching myself doing that. And I'm like, wait a minute now. You have other places and other things in life you want to see. You're gonna have to come up off the coins. You're gonna have to come out the coins because there's nothing that can compare with the cost of living in Vietnam or even other parts of Southeast Asia compared to other parts of the world. You just got to shift that mindset. I've been here 3 years, and so it's sunk in. I'm here because I want to be here. Part of the reason I came, I just was exploring. I didn't have an agenda. I wanted to come in Southeast Asia, check it out. It just kept calling me and had a grip on me. And I was able to see all the places here that I wanted to see. And then I said, well, this year, let me explore East Asia. And East Asia, baby. East Asia is no joke in terms of the cost to visit those places. They're more expensive. I went to Taiwan, which is great. It's expensive in terms of housing. I went to Hong Kong. Come on now. Hong Kong is more expensive than Singapore, all right? Financial district. Then you have, where did I go? Japan. Housing in Japan was expensive in terms of accommodations, but everything else I felt was fair. And to go to these places, I had to get out that mindset. I'm like, how much? And then this is when those travel hacks and those skills come into play. And when you have to catch some deals and say, okay, I'm gonna make this happen. And then you offset it in other places, but this is a vacation, so this is what I'm going to do. But being in Vietnam and living in this region, it's like everything is like when it comes to price. I can't imagine going back to the US. I just can't imagine that. Jesus Christ. That's an arm and a leg. Let me tell you something. I've seen the inflation in Southeast Asia since I've been here. I arrived in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia in 2023. Let me tell you, I could find nice accommodations, service apartments, everything I talked about for no more than $30. No more than $30. I mean, and when I'm saying 20, 25, that was good. So it started to creep toward the end of 2023 on up to 30. I was like, dang, it's starting to creep up. I can't find these like $25 deals no more. It's creeping up to 30. It's creeping up to 35. Baby, by the time 2024 rolled around, it had creeped up to $40, $50. I guess they're going up. You know, people finding out about Kuala Lumpur, they come here, quiet as it's kept. I'm getting fresh coconuts for what? 30 cents. I'm getting fresh orange juice squeezed right in front of me for 30 cents. You know what I'm saying? And so now, you gotta go someplace else. You're like, how much is this orange juice? Man, you crazy. You you want 50 cents for this orange juice? You crazy. No, so you start to take on that mindset. You're like, 50 cents, shot, this is 20 cents. I don't care, I don't pay 50 cents for my orange juice. I pay 30 cents. That's how you start to look at things. And you just have to get that mind together. I got to get that mind together and just be like, you know what? This is just your bubble you living in, girl. You got to step outside because you still want to live. And there are still many other places I want to explore. So I got to prepare my mind. It's a process. Step outside your comfort zone and be courageous. That low cost of living will pull you in, but you have to remind yourself there's a whole world out here to experience. Don't let it stifle your growth or prevent you from doing the things that you want to do in life and experience and explore the world. You could always return. I'm very intentional as well. One thing I wanted to make sure, if I had to leave this region for whatever reason, I wanted to leave feeling fulfilled, that I've seen the things I came here that I wanted to see, found new things to see, and explored those places that came to me, that gave me curiosity, and I was able to do that. So if I had to leave tomorrow, I'm good. And that's a good feeling. So I'm in a good place. But I realize as well, there's a big world out here to explore. Once you experience this life, it's hard to go back. Most people I know who visit Southeast Asia, all they think about is coming back, figuring out their next trip to get here, to move here. That consumes them. They have experienced what we all have been sharing with you. And it's not a lie. Leave me a comment and let me know what's that place that you've been to that you want to go back to, and that is your spot. I want to know, because there's so many places around the world that make you feel good, that make you feel this way. I've experienced some other places that I want to go back to. Southeast Asia doesn't just save you money, it changes the way you live, changes your mindset. If you want personalized guidance, I offer Move Abroad strategy sessions. These are one-on-one Zoom calls where I answer all of your questions and help you design a clear, actionable plan tailored to your goals, lifestyle, and budget. The link is in the description box below, and you can find this information at queenofdc.com. Ain't nothing wrong with Section 8. I love this for us. I love having the opportunity to live a better life for less and allow us to manage our lives, live healthy, live without the stress, running ourselves in the ground, can't retire until we dead. You can't even enjoy our retirement in the States because you can't retire. The racism, the child, y'all know what I'm talking about. I just love being able to afford a better life for myself and not have to struggle. If you've gained value from this video, be sure to share the video with others. Let them know, hey, there's a different way of living life. Show them. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and until next time, y'all, peace.